Many thanks for staying with us on the newsroom. Various Yoruba groups who are part of the Yoruba Nation agitation will stage a protest rally on Wednesday against the raid by operatives of the Department of State Services DSS on the home of the wanted arrowhead of the agitation, Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, at his Ibadan residence. The DSS had confirmed that it was the lead agency in a joint team of security operatives that raided Igboho's residence last week based on an intelligence report by the presidency also commending the agency for the operation on Tuesday. Igboho spokesperson Olayomi Koeko in a live video on Wednesday said the pro-Yoruba Nation protesters would gather at Igboho's Ibadan residence for the protests. President Muhammadu Buhari has decorated the new Chief of Army Staff, Major General Farouk Yahaya. Buhari carried out the exercise while presiding over the Federal Executive Council meeting in the State House Abuja on Wednesday in the presence of other officials. The president appointed Yahaya as the new Chief of Army Staff on May 27, 2021, barely 6 days after the former Army Chief Ibrahim Atahiru and 10 other officers lost their lives in a plane crash. Yahaya's decoration by the president comes a week after the House of Representatives confirmed his appointment as the Chief of Staff. The Senate has approved the $6.1 billion loan request by President Muhammadu Buhari. The loan request was approved after the chairman of the Loan and Debts Committee, Clifford Odia, presented a report on the floor of the upper legislative chamber on Wednesday. The president asked the National Assembly to approve the loan in May, saying the loan will be raised from multilateral and bilateral tenders as well as the international capital market. While presenting his report, Odia said the request is not new as it was approved in the borrowing plan when the National Assembly passed the 2021 budgets. And in COVID story, Indonesia is now sourcing emergency oxygen for COVID-19 infected patients from neighboring Singapore as the death toll soared to a record 728 deaths and hospitals crumble under the weight of its deadliest COVID-19 wave yet. According to authorities, hospitals in the hard-hit capital were topping 90% occupancy, while more than a dozen facilities are now full and not taking any more patients. Nearly 1,000 Indonesian medical workers have died of COVID-19, including more than a dozen who were already fully inoculated. And in business, the Senate has passed a supplementary budget of 895 billion naira for the year 2021 after the chairman of Appropriation Committee, Jibrin Barau, presented a report during the plenary session on Wednesday. While 722 billion naira was earmarked for contribution to the development fund, 173 billion naira was fixed for recurrent non-debt expenditure. After the supplementary budget was passed, Senate President Ahmad Lawan said the relevant committees of the upper legislative chamber must carry out oversight to ensure that the funds are properly utilized. And in international news, interim Prime Minister of Haiti, Claude Joseph, has announced the assassination of Haiti's President Jovenel Moïse at his home early on Wednesday morning by a group of armed individuals. Joseph said unidentified armed men who also injured the First Lady in the attack stormed the president's residence and gave assurances that measures had been taken to guarantee the continuance of the state. The late president's time in office was rocky as he faced accusations of corruption and was challenged by waves of often violent anti-government protests. In addition to the political crisis, kidnappings for ransom have surged in recent months, further reflecting the growing influence of armed gangs in the nation. And in sports, President Muhammadu Buhari will on Monday, July 12, unveil Team Nigeria's uniform for the Tokyo Olympic Games and hand over the contingent to the Nigeria Olympic Committee. The Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dare, disclosed this while bidding farewell to the first batch of the contingent at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja. The first batch of Team Nigeria's contingent departed the country to Japan on Tuesday for the final leg of their preparations. That's all on the newsroom. Join us for more updates at the top of the hour. Many thanks for watching.